The heart of this concluding episode beats most powerfully in the tense emotionally charged confrontation that unfolds in the shabby confines of the Empire Hotel in Kokomo. This scene represents the dramatic payoff of the entire two-part The Runaways storyline, bringing Anne Romano face to face with her eldest daughter Julie and her boyfriend Chuck in the very place where their youthful fantasy has begun to crumble. The writers of One Day at a Time demonstrate exceptional skill here, transforming what could have been a simple shouting match into a nuanced multi-layered exploration of love, resentment, fear, and the painful process of letting go. The sequence begins with Julie and Chuck waiting anxiously in their dingy room. Their nervousness is palpable. Julie worries that her mother is out after my blood, while Chuck attempts to reassure her that as long as they stick together everything will be all right. These moments of quiet vulnerability before Anne's arrival are crucial. They show that the romance of running away has lost its luster. The creeping Charlie plant, once a symbol of hopeful domesticity, now sits amid dust and discomfort, a touching reminder of Julie's desire for stability, even as she rejects her mother's version of it. When Anne finally enters, the atmosphere is thick with awkwardness and suppressed emotion. She carries a bag containing Julie's belongings, her bank book and cookies baked by Barbara. These small gestures speak volumes about a mother's enduring care even in the midst of betrayal and anger. The initial exchange is polite yet strained. Julie compliments the plant, noting that Chuck bought it for her, an attempt to present their life together as thoughtful and mature. Anne's restrained responses reveal her exhaustion and heartbreak. The dialogue here is pitch perfect, capturing the uncomfortable dance between a mother who wants to embrace her child and a daughter desperate to prove her adulthood. The confrontation escalates when Julie declares they are not coming home. She promises to pay back the money, comparing their situation to how Anne and her ex-husband started with nothing. Anne's sharp reply cuts deep. At least their first child was not born under such chaotic circumstances. This exchange crystallizes the generational and cultural divide so central to 1970s family dramas. Julie sees herself as a pioneer of independence, while Anne views the situation through the lens of hard-won responsibility and the realities of providing a stable home. The mention of the burned marriage license and the Virginia Slim cigarette adds a layer of personal history and quiet bitterness that enriches Anne's character. What follows is some of the most emotionally raw yet authentically written dialogue in the series. When Chuck tries to defend Julie, Anne's frustration boils over, leading to a heated argument involving both sets of parents. The Butterfields' brief appearance, though chaotic, serves as a brilliant contrast between the two families. Chuck's parents represent a more permissive, perhaps neglectful approach, while Anne stands firmly as the protective single mother fighting for her daughter's future. The insults fly, redhead jokes, accusations of kidnapping, references to Cicero, yet beneath the shouting lies genuine parental concern from both sides. The scene reaches its emotional peak as Julie articulates her core demand to be treated as a grown person rather than a child. She wants the freedom to make her own decisions, to come and go as she pleases, and for her relationship with Chuck to exist without constant maternal oversight. Anne listens, acknowledges her own overprotectiveness, and admits to moments when she has regretted her words. This vulnerability from Anne is profoundly moving. In the context of 1970s television, showing a single mother admitting fault while still holding firm to her responsibilities was groundbreaking. It humanized the parental figure in ways that earlier sitcoms rarely attempted. The writers masterfully balance the heavy confrontation with moments of sharp humor. Julie's complaint about the hotel room, her hunger and the way people look at them on the street grounds, the drama in relatable teenage dissatisfaction. Anne's attempts to appeal to reason are met with Julie's stubbornness, a trait she openly admits inheriting from her mother. This self-awareness adds depth to both characters and prevents the scene from becoming one-sided. When Anne ultimately tells Julie not to come back if she cannot accept the terms, it is not said in anger alone but from a place of exhausted love and principled resolve. The power of this hotel room confrontation lies in its honesty. It refuses to offer easy answers or simplistic resolutions. Instead, it presents the messy reality of parent-child relationships during a time of profound social change. The 1970s marked a period when young people influenced by the counterculture challenged traditional authority structures, while many parents like Anne struggled to adapt without losing their children entirely. The script captures this tension beautifully through layered dialogue that moves fluidly between accusation, apology, defense, and desperate longing. By the end of the scene, the audience feels the weight of years of love, conflict, and shared history between Anne and Julie. The confrontation does not fully heal the rift, but it lays bare the genuine emotions on both sides. Julie's insistence on autonomy clashes with Anne's deep-seated need to protect, creating a conflict that feels both specific to this family and universal in its resonance. The Empire Hotel, with its peeling walls and uncomfortable chairs, becomes more than a location. It transforms into a symbolic battleground where the ideals of freedom and the realities of responsibility collide. This sequence stands as a testament to the writing excellence of One Day at a Time. It handles explosive family drama with sensitivity, wit, and emotional truth, never sacrificing character integrity for cheap laughs or forced sentiment. The confrontation in Kokomo deepens our appreciation for Anne Romano as one of television's most compelling single mothers and reinforces the show's enduring relevance in exploring the complicated journey from adolescence, adulthood,